Hello, welcome back to the Mindfulbellie YouTube channel. I'm Ellie, your health and emotional eating coach. The purpose of this channel is to teach you tools to break through sugar addiction, binge eating, and really transform your relationship with food. Hello and welcome back to the Mindfulbellie YouTube channel. I'm Ellie, your health and emotional eating coach. So for those of you new to this channel, thank you for being here. Thanks for watching. So today our topic, how to lose belly fat. So I work with a lot of women, primarily women, and many of them are holding weight in their midsection. And I know I'm this type of person. And what that means, so you may have like skinny arms and legs and just have like a lot of excess weight in your stomach or in your thighs, just like in this core region. And that is a very big sign that our cortisol is high. Now, cortisol is our stress hormone, okay, or one of our stress hormones. And it has a very good purpose. We need our cortisol when we are getting chased by a lion or a tiger, or we get in a car accident. We want that cortisol response high. The thing is that most of us are running all day long in this fight or flight state. Our body thinks that we're being chased by a tiger. So we are pumping this cortisol out. This usually causes a lot of burnout, and it causes our body to be under a constant load of stress, which tells our body, hold on to weight. We're in survival. Don't burn our fat. And so a lot of times it has us store that extra fat, and we have a hard time losing weight. So I want to give you quick tools today that you can start implementing now to start getting your cortisol down so that you can lose weight, you can lose this belly fat. The first way you're going to get your cortisol down is by watching your sleep. Okay? So it may sound obvious to many of you, but we have to talk about it because I know for many of the women I work with, this is a struggle. This is so critical. This is the foundation for everything. If you're not getting enough sleep and you're in this chronic fatigue mode, then right away you're putting your body in a fat storage state. You're probably going to be way less able to resist temptation. You're going to feel hungrier. This is a lot of time what's stemming cravings throughout the day because we're just looking for energy because we're not getting enough sleep. I know for myself, if I don't get enough sleep, I am craving so much more sugar and carbs throughout the day. So pay attention to that. We want to prioritize sleep here. So it's going to be unique, the amount that you need for yourself. 6 to 8 hours probably is an approximation. And if you're not getting that, ask yourself, how can I get in bed a little bit earlier tonight? Generally, it's a lot better to go to bed earlier and wake up earlier than going to bed really late and waking up really late. Follow the rhythm of the earth. Like we want to be winding down as it gets dark outside and waking up with the sun. And so we want to set our circadian rhythm. And one of my favorite ways to do that is to get sun on your eyelids in the morning. Go outside for 5 minutes and just let the sun hit your eyelids. So anyways, prioritize sleep. Get yourself in bed earlier. And the quality of sleep matters. So you may be getting your 8 hours, but you still feel really foggy in the morning. And a lot of times that's due to erratic blood sugar, which we're going to talk about, and also doing things before bed that are causing your cortisol to be high, which is like playing on your phone, watching a scary movie or news or anything that stresses you out before you fall asleep, and having a lot of electronics or lights on at night, especially the blue light. Also things like alcohol. You may fall asleep easier with alcohol, but it may interrupt your actual good quality sleep. So I wear an Oura ring. I love Oura rings. It measures your deep sleep, your REM sleep, the quality of your sleep. So you can start linking like, oh, why did I not sleep well last night? Oh, it's because I ate right before bed or I had wine. And it's really cool to be able to actually see the data. So that's a suggestion too. If you want to improve your sleep, measure it. Okay, but just baby steps. Baby steps. How can you get in bed earlier tonight? Ask yourself what prevents you from getting in bed on time. Can you set an alarm on your phone? I have a lot of clients do this. We set like a bedtime alarm, like the time that you need to start getting ready for bed. So getting off the couch, going to brush your teeth, take off your makeup, like what time does that need to be in order for you to actually climb into bed at, maybe it's 10 p.m. for you. All right, so kind of engineer back, like what needs to be in place for me to actually get in bed at 10 and not just lose track of time and then it's midnight and I'm scrambling. Okay, so map that out for yourself. Sleep is so important. It makes everything better. You'll be happier, you'll eat better, you'll want to exercise. It's the foundation for everything. Number 2 way to get our cortisol down, water. I cannot emphasize this one enough. When we are dehydrated, even 2%, it causes a massive stress on the body. The body needs water in pretty much every reaction to function. We need water. And it's going to make such a difference on your energy and your brain clarity. I mean, our cognitive function massively suffers when we are even just the tiniest bit dehydrated. So shoot for half your body weight in ounces a day of water. So if you're 140 pounds, you want to be drinking at least 75 ounces of water. And if this sounds like, whoa, that's so much, I can't do that, start small. Ask yourself, well, how much water are you drinking now? How can we up-level that? Can you add in a glass? Like, I like to pair it with things. So add in a glass, before you touch your coffee, drink 16 ounces. Before you leave the house, drink 16 ounces or 10 ounces. And track it. What really helped me, having an accountability buddy. So me and my aunt, my cousin, and my sister did a text where we would just text each other our ounces throughout the day. And it was so helpful because it was constantly a little element of competition, and then also just that constant reminder, because sometimes it's just easy to forget not to have it yet. So add in your water. It's going to make such a difference in your weight, in your stress, in your mind. It's huge. And I know it's not that sexy and it's like, duh, water, but so many of us aren't doing it. I know I am very challenged with this. And it's like, what's the next supplement I can take? It's like, wait, back up. Am I getting enough water? Okay, so make that happen. Number 3, balance your blood sugar. I'm just going to write BS. Balance your blood sugar. Okay? This is huge. When we are fluctuating our blood sugar all day long, eating really carby meals or a lot of sugar, and getting these huge blood sugar spikes, that is super stressful to the body. We are not meant for those kind of super stimulating foods that are loaded with sugar. That was not available 1,000 years ago. And so our bodies aren't evolved for that. So it's a very big stressor. So to get your cortisol down, to get that stress down, watch your blood sugar. Start paying attention to how much sugar you're eating and how many carbs. And there's so many foods that look healthy that in reality are just jacking your blood sugar up. Okay, so pay attention to labels. I have a simple sugar swap guide on my website. It's totally free. Go download it. I give you a bunch of swaps for common things like coffee creamers. That's where it sneaks in. Salad dressings. You know, if you're eating whole wheat pasta or whole wheat bread, that may sound super healthy, but in reality, it may be jacking your blood sugar up and causing you to be in a fat storage state. I talk a lot about this in my podcast. You can listen to episode, I think, 4 and 5, or Kick the Sugar Habit. I talk all about what's happening in the body when we're eating too much sugar or too many carbs. And we're all different. So we all have a different tolerance to carbohydrates. So I don't want to demonize them. I don't want to demonize sugar. In small, mindful amounts, that may be totally fine. But for many of us, and if you're watching this video struggling with belly fat, you may be in a state where your body's very resistant to those carbs. And basically, insulin resistance, type 2 diabetes, your body's intolerant to carbs. It's like, we don't need any more. We want to keep our insulin down. And so how to do that is by paying attention to how much you're eating. I have a continuous glucose monitor on from NutriSense, and I love it, and it monitors your blood sugar in real time. It's amazing. You don't have to be diabetic to have a glucose monitor. You will learn so much about yourself. It's like the best accountability tool ever to just have the data right on your phone and watch your blood sugar through the day and like after you eat a meal. So for many people, they'll find out like orange juice, oatmeal, foods like that we're told are healthy, in reality are just jacking up your blood sugar as if you ate a Snickers bar. So pay attention. What we want to be doing to balance our blood sugar also is focusing on eating protein, getting enough protein and getting enough healthy fats. Healthy fats being like avocados, grass-fed fatty beef, wild-caught fatty fish, the egg yolks. Healthy fats don't make us fat. They keep our insulin low. It's long-burning energy throughout the day. So to balance your blood sugar, eating healthy fats, protein, and if you are eating a bunch of carbs, to pair it with fiber to help slow that absorption down. That's like real food carbs, things like sweet potatoes or whole fruit, or pairing it with vegetables, or pairing it with nuts and seeds if you tolerate those. So pair your sugar and carbs with fiber and protein, eat your healthy fats, and just watch, pay attention to how much sugar you're intaking. You can download that guide, listen to the Don't Eat Your Feelings podcast, episode 4 and 5 about kicking your sugar habit. Number 4, lastly, our last tip to get the stress response down, number 4 is breath work. And maybe you are new to breath work, but it is so powerful. It is probably the number 1 tool that my clients have never heard of that is more effective than any diet tip. And what breath work is being able to tap into our breath to shift us from a stressed out, anxious state, running in go, 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 fight or flight survival mode, and bringing us back down into peace, into calm, into our center, so that we can consciously respond to our environment versus impulsively reacting. my sugar addiction was out of control was because I didn't know how to manage stress. And I was just reaching for food every time I was stressed. That was the impulse. So to be able to shift that, and when I felt a stress trigger, to see that and be able to connect with the breath and calm the breath. So one of my favorite techniques is the 5-5-7 breath. So that's 5, 5, 7. We do a 5-second inhale, a 5-second hold, and a 7-second exhale. And then you repeat that. Ideally like 10 times, but you can honestly do it one time and it's going to make a difference. You can do this when you are hit with a trigger. So say you're hit with a craving. Find your breath. Inhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Repeat. Okay. You'll notice pretty much instantly how much of a shift it has. How much of a shift it has in your internal state. And what we're doing is in less than 2 minutes, you can get out of that sympathetic fight or flight state and into our parasympathetic rest and digest, calm state. And when we do this regularly, we are helping that cortisol response come down so we can burn belly fat. So try it out today, 5-5-7. As your coach, sometimes we can get overwhelmed thinking we have to do everything right now. So I just want you to pick one action step from this list. Whether it's for sleep, drinking a cup of water, maybe making a simple swap from eating cereal in the morning to eggs. Maybe it's doing some of this 5-5-7 today. When you pick one action step, post it in the comments and let me know how it goes. Take this one day at a time. You got this.